Your mind is the most powerful tool you possess. It's the engine that drives your success, the compass that guides your journey, and the foundation upon which you build your life. But here's the thing. A strong mindset isn't something you're born with. It's something you create, nurture, and strengthen every single day. Think about it. Every morning when you wake up, you have a choice. You can let the world dictate your thoughts, or you can take control and shape your mindset. It's not always easy, but it's always worth it. Because when you force yourself to build the strongest mindset, you're not just changing your thoughts, you're changing your entire life. Now, you might be wondering, how do I do that? How do I build this unshakable mindset? Well, my friend, it starts with a decision to take charge of your thoughts, to challenge your limitations, and to push beyond your comfort zone. Remember, your mind is like a muscle. The more you work it, the stronger it gets. And just like building physical strength, building mental strength requires consistent effort and dedication. It's not about making huge leaps overnight. It's about taking small steps every day that add up to massive changes over time. Let's talk about fear for a moment. Fear is one of the biggest obstacles to building a strong mindset. It whispers in your ear, telling you that you're not good enough, that you can't do it, that you should just give up. But here's the truth. Fear is nothing more than false evidence appearing real. It's a liar, a trickster, trying to keep you small and safe. But you weren't meant to be small. You were meant to be safe. You were meant to be great. And greatness requires courage, the courage to face your fears head on, to stare them down and say, I see you, but I'm not letting you control me. Every time you confront a fear, every time you push through discomfort, you're strengthening your mindset. You're proving to yourself that you're capable of more than you ever thought possible. And that, my friend, is where true growth happens. Now let's talk about failure. So many people let the fear of failure hold them back. They're so afraid of making mistakes that they never even try. But here's the secret that successful people know. Failure isn't the opposite of success. It's part of success. Every failure is a lesson. Every setback is an opportunity to learn, to grow, to become stronger. When you force yourself to build the strongest mindset, you start to see failure differently. Instead of something to be avoided at all costs, it becomes a teacher, a guide showing you the way to improvement. Think about it this way. If you're not failing, you're not pushing yourself hard enough, you're staying in your comfort zone. And the comfort zone is where dreams go to die. So embrace failure, welcome it, learn from it, let it fuel your determination to do better, to be better. Now, I know what some of you might be thinking, but I've tried to change my mindset before and it didn't work. Well, let me ask you this. Did you really try, or did you just wish? Because there's a world of difference between wishing for a stronger mindset and actually working to build one. Building the strongest mindset requires action. It requires consistency. It requires a willingness to do the hard things, especially when you don't feel like it. It's about forcing yourself to get up early when you want to sleep in. It's about choosing the salad when you want the burger. It's about hitting the gym when you'd rather sit on the couch. These might seem like small decisions, but they add up. Each time you choose discipline over comfort, you're strengthening your mindset. You're proving to yourself that you have the power to control your actions, your thoughts, your life. And here's the beautiful thing. The more you do it, the easier it becomes. What once felt like a monumental effort starts to feel natural. The voice in your head that used to say, I can't, starts to say, I can. The person who used to give up at the first sign of difficulty becomes the person who perseveres no matter what. But let's be clear, building the strongest mindset isn't about being perfect. It's not about never having negative thoughts or doubts. We're human, after all. We all have moments of weakness, moments when we want to give up. The difference is in how we respond to those moments. When you have the strongest mindset, you acknowledge those negative thoughts, but you don't let them control you. You feel the fear, but you do it anyway. You experience the doubt, but you keep moving forward. Because you know that your thoughts don't define you, your actions do. Now let's talk about the power of your words. The language you use, both in your internal dialogue and your conversations with others, has a profound impact on your mindset. When you catch yourself saying, I can't, replace it with, how can I? When you're tempted to say, this is impossible, say, this is challenging, but I'm up for it. These might seem like small changes, but they're incredibly powerful. They shift your focus from limitations to possibilities, from problems to solutions. And when you consistently use empowering language, you start to believe it. Your words shape your thoughts, and your thoughts shape your reality. Another crucial aspect of building the strongest mindset is surrounding yourself with the right people. You've probably heard the saying, you're the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. And there's a lot of truth to that. If you're surrounded by negative people who constantly complain and make excuses, it's going to be much harder to maintain a strong, positive mindset. But if you surround yourself with motivated, ambitious people who are committed to personal growth, their energy will lift you up. Their success will inspire you. Their determination will fuel your own. So take a hard look at your social circle. Are the people around you helping you grow, or are they holding you back? Are they encouraging your dreams, or are they feeding your doubts? Remember, you have the power to choose who you spend your time with. Choose wisely. Now, let's talk about the importance of continuous learning. The strongest mindset is one that's always growing, always evolving. In today's fast-paced world, if you're not learning, you're falling behind. But here's the good news. There's never been a better time to be a lifelong learner. Read books, listen to podcasts, take online courses, attend seminars. Seek out mentors. Every piece of knowledge you gain, every skill you develop, adds another layer of strength to your mindset. It builds your confidence, expands your perspective, and opens up new opportunities. And don't just learn about your field or industry. Learn about psychology to understand yourself better. Learn about history to gain perspective. Learn about different cultures to broaden your worldview. The more diverse your knowledge, the more flexible and resilient your mindset becomes. Now, I want to talk about something that's often overlooked when it comes to building a strong mindset. The power of gratitude. It's easy to focus on what's wrong in our lives, on what we lack, on what we haven't achieved yet. But when you force yourself to focus on what you're grateful for, something magical happens. Gratitude shifts your focus from what you don't have to what you do have. It turns scarcity into abundance. It transforms complaints into appreciation. And when you're in a state of gratitude, you're in a much better position to face challenges and overcome obstacles. So make gratitude a daily practice. Every morning, before you do anything else, think of 3 things you're grateful for. They don't have to be big things. Maybe you're grateful for the warm cup of coffee in your hands, for the roof over your head, for the people who love you. Whatever it is, acknowledge it, feel it, let it fill you with positive energy. This simple practice can have a profound impact on your mindset. It trains your brain to look for the good, to find the silver lining even in difficult situations. And when you can do that, you become unstoppable. Now, let's talk about the power of visualization. Your mind doesn't know the difference between what's real and what's vividly imagined. When you consistently visualize yourself succeeding, overcoming challenges, living your best life, you're programming your subconscious mind for success. Athletes use this technique all the time. Before a big game or race, they visualize themselves performing perfectly, crossing the finish line, winning the trophy. And it works. Study after study has shown that visualization improves performance, boosts confidence, and increases motivation. So take some time each day to visualize your goals. See yourself achieving them in vivid detail. Feel the emotions you'll feel when you succeed. Engage all your senses. The more real you can make it in your mind, the more likely you are to make it real in your life. But remember, visualization alone isn't enough. It needs to be coupled with action. Dream big, but then wake up and work hard. Use your visualizations to inspire and motivate you, to give you the courage to take that first step, and then the next and the next. Now, I want to address something that many people struggle with when trying to build a stronger mindset. Perfectionism. Perfectionism might seem like a positive trait, but it can actually be incredibly limiting. It can paralyze you with fear of making mistakes, prevent you from taking risks, and rob you of the joy of progress. The strongest mindset isn't about being perfect. It's about being better today than you were yesterday. It's about progress, not perfection. So instead of aiming for perfection, aim for excellence, give your best effort, learn from your mistakes, and keep moving forward. Remember, every expert was once a beginner. Every success story includes chapters of struggle and failure. The difference is that those who succeed don't let perfectionism hold them back. They take imperfect action, they learn, they adjust, and they keep going. Let's talk about the power of habits. Your life today is essentially the sum of your habits. How you think, how you feel, how you work, how you relate to others, these are all the result of your habitual ways of being. And the good news is, habits can be changed. When you're trying to build the strongest mindset, focus on developing positive habits that support your goals. Start small. Maybe it's reading for 15 minutes every day, or meditating for 5 minutes, or writing down your goals each morning. Whatever it is, commit to it. At first, it might feel like a chore. You might have to force yourself to do it. But if you stick with it, something amazing happens. The habit becomes automatic. It becomes part of who you are. And that's when real transformation happens. Remember, you don't rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems. So create systems, daily habits and routines that support the mindset you want to build. Now let's address something that's crucial for building a strong mindset: self-talk. The conversations you have with yourself have a profound impact on your beliefs, your actions, and ultimately, your results. Many of us have a tendency towards negative self-talk. We criticize ourselves harshly, doubt our abilities, and focus on our flaws. But here's the thing, you wouldn't talk to a friend the way you sometimes talk to yourself, would you? So why do it to yourself? When you catch yourself engaging in negative self-talk, pause, challenge those thoughts. Replace them with more positive, empowering ones. Instead of "I'm not good enough," try "I'm learning and improving every day." Instead of "I'll never be able to do this," try "This is challenging, but I can figure it out." It might feel awkward at first, even a bit fake. But if you persist, you'll start to believe these new, empowering thoughts. And when you believe in yourself, you become capable of amazing things. Let's talk about the importance of taking responsibility. One of the hallmarks of a strong mindset is the ability to take full responsibility for your life. It's easy to blame others, to point fingers at circumstances, to make excuses. But when you do that, you give away your power. Taking responsibility means acknowledging that you are the author of your life story. Yes, there will be plot twists you didn't expect. There will be challenges you didn't ask for. But how you respond to these things is entirely up to you. When you take responsibility, you reclaim your power. You stop being a victim of circumstances and become the creator of your reality. It's not always comfortable. Sometimes it means admitting you were wrong, or that you could have done better. But it's incredibly liberating, because when you take responsibility, you also take control. Now, I want to address something that's crucial for maintaining a strong mindset in the long term. Self-care. Building mental strength isn't about pushing yourself to the breaking point. It's not about grinding 24/7 and neglecting your physical and emotional needs. In fact, that's a recipe for burnout. True mental strength comes from balance. It comes from knowing when to push hard and when to rest. It comes from taking care of your body, your mind, and your spirit. So make sure you're getting enough sleep. Eat nutritious food. Exercise regularly. Take time for relaxation and fun. Remember, you can't pour from an empty cup. Taking care of yourself isn't selfish, it's necessary. It gives you the energy and resilience you need to pursue your goals and handle life's challenges. Let's talk about the power of goal setting. Having clear, compelling goals is crucial for building a strong mindset. Goals give you direction. They give you something to strive for, something to focus on when times get tough. But here's the key. Your goals need to be both challenging and achievable. If they're too easy, you won't grow. If they seem impossible, you might get discouraged. The sweet spot is goals that stretch you, that require you to become more than you currently are. And remember, it's not just about the end result. It's about who you become in the process of pursuing your goals. Each obstacle you overcome, each skill you develop, each fear you face, these all contribute to building the strongest mindset. Now, I want to address something that many people struggle with: comparison. In today's world of social media, it's easy to fall into the trap of comparing yourself to others. But here's the truth. Comparison is the thief of joy. It's also the enemy of a strong mindset. When you're constantly comparing yourself to others, you're focusing on what you lack instead of what you have. You're measuring your beginning against someone else's middle. You're forgetting that everyone's journey is unique. Instead of comparing yourself to others, compare yourself to who you were yesterday. Are you making progress? Are you learning? Are you growing? That's what matters. Your only competition should be the person you were yesterday. Let's talk about the importance of flexibility. Having a strong mindset doesn't mean being rigid or stubborn. In fact, one of the key characteristics of mental strength is the ability to adapt to change. The world is constantly changing, and to succeed, you need to be able to change with it. This means being open to new ideas, willing to learn new skills, and ready to adjust your approach when something isn't working. Flexibility also means being able to see things from different perspectives. It means understanding that there's rarely just one right way to do things. When you cultivate this kind of mental flexibility, you become more resilient, more creative, and more capable of handling whatever life throws your way. Now, I want to address something that's crucial for maintaining a strong mindset: managing stress. Stress is an inevitable part of life, especially when you're pushing yourself to grow and achieve. But chronic unmanaged stress can wear you down and weaken your mindset. The key is not to eliminate stress completely. That's neither possible nor desirable. Instead, it's about developing healthy ways to manage stress. This might include practices like meditation, deep breathing exercises, or regular physical activity. It might mean learning to prioritize, to say no to things that aren't aligned with your goals, to delegate when possible. Remember, stress management is a skill. Like any skill, it takes practice. But as you get better at managing stress, you'll find that you're more calm, more focused, and more capable of maintaining a strong mindset even in challenging situations. Let's talk about the power of consistency. Building the strongest mindset isn't about making huge changes overnight. It's about making small, positive choices consistently over time. It's about showing up day after day, even when you don't feel like it, even when you can't see immediate results. Consistency is what turns actions into habits and habits into lasting change. It's what separates those who achieve their goals from those who give up. So commit to consistency. Even if it's just a small step each day, keep moving forward. Over time, those small steps add up to massive progress. Now, I want to address something that's often overlooked when it comes to building a strong mindset: the power of rest and recovery. In our hustle culture, it's easy to fall into the trap of thinking that more is always better. More work, more effort, more pushing yourself to the limit. But here's the truth. Rest is not a sign of weakness. It's not laziness. It's a crucial part of building mental strength. Just like your muscles need time to recover and grow after a workout, your mind needs time to rest and recharge.